who he was, why his name is often said when we talk about the Aztecs, and for you to decide, was he a good person or was he not a good person. Hi everyone, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. So today we're going to be continuing our discussions around the Aztec. I think they're getting really interesting and really complicated, and I really wish we were still in class because there's all these really neat assignments that we could have done with this. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to do it virtually, and I had to change it up a little bit. So we would have been doing a mock trial and putting the person that we're going to be learning about today is Hernando Cortez, and putting him on trial. Was he a good or bad person? And we would have looked at these documents and then eventually done like this mock trial for the whole class, but unfortunately we can't do that. Today's lesson, I don't have a really long video for you today, but I did want to still go over the directions because I kind of changed it a little bit. For our Wednesday assignment, I want you to tell me, basically go through and decide who was Hernan Cortez. Hernan was short for Hernando, but the way this assignment is going to work is there's no warm-up today, but for the instruction, I'm going to have you do a visual analysis. So that's basically when you go through 3 images and use like all the details in the picture to kind of decide who he was. Now the 3 pictures kind of give you 3 different opinions of who he was, and it's up to you to decide which one do you think is the most accurate. The way that you'll do this is you're going to fill out this chart by clicking this link here. It's going to take you to 3 sets of images. So you'll click the visual analysis, and once those load,
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Anywho, you'll be given an image. On the image, you will be able to observe just different details that it has. Of course, you want to look at all the details. Just so you know, this here is the person Hernando Cortez, and I always put a little information underneath the bottom so you can read. It gives you a bit more description about what the photo is trying to represent. When it says Moctezuma II, there were technically 2 Moctezuma rulers during this time. The one that you've been learning about is Moctezuma II. There was another one with the same name, a former ruler, who was Moctezuma I, but we're talking about the second. That's the one I want you to be thinking about. It's the same one who you had to decide if he had a zoo or not. So you're going to look at this image, and then you'll look at the second image, read through it. Again, you can zoom, see what's happening. Some of these pictures are a little violent, so you're going to have to decide what kind of message is it trying to send. And then the picture number 3. This one is the most famous, but it's also the most detailed, so I need you to look at all the elements. Again, zoom in if you need to, move around the image, see what's happening in the background, back here, everywhere. See what is happening and decide if this is trying to send a positive or negative message, okay? And just so you know, this person right here is Hernando Cortez, okay? So the person in the middle. So as you're doing those pictures, you'll be answering these 3 sections here. The first one right here is going to ask you to list adjectives that would describe Hernando Cortez in the picture. Adjectives, again, are just words that describe. So tell me what kind of words come to mind when you're looking at each person who is Hernando Cortez. For the second one, list what other figures you see in the picture and list what is included in the background of the picture. This, I just want you to type out all of the things you see in the photos. Now, the more detailed you make this chart, the more you're going to be able to talk about at the end, right? And then, what is the artist trying to convey about Hernando Cortez? This is where I want you to write complete sentences. Is he trying to convey a positive message or a negative message about Hernando Cortez, or somewhere in the middle? And so you're going to do that for each of those. This is the only question I'm asking you for complete sentences. Otherwise, for the other 2, you can just put bullet points and you can just list your answers, and that's okay with me. But for this last one, you definitely want to put complete sentences. Now I'm realizing that I forgot to add the question right here, but there will be a short, just like a mini paragraph question that has you look at the photos again and overall decide based on these photos, who do you think Hernando Cortez was? And why should we believe this about him? Okay? So you're going to think about that. And then afterwards, I'm going to have you fill out this short Google form. It's not going to be graded, but I want you to really take it seriously as you're answering the questions. You'll click the link, and it's going to take you a form that looks like this, and it's called What Do You Know? I just kind of want to know what you've learned about Hernando Cortez, the Aztecs, and all these things from just other times you've been in school. So you'll write in your name. So you'll write your name, and then it's going to take you to this quiz. Now the way the quiz works is you'll read the question, obviously. So the Spanish impression of the Aztecs was that they were more primitive, not as developed than the Europeans. So do we think that the Spanish were more advanced or less advanced than the Europeans? Which one do you think was true? So did the Spanish think that the Aztecs were more advanced or less advanced? You know, if I was guessing, maybe I think that they thought they were, do I think this is a true or false? I think this is true. So you'll click your answer, and then it's going to tell you if you got the answer right or wrong. So we were wrong. So the Spanish actually thought that the Aztecs were really advanced people. And then you'll read the little description. Each question will have a description telling you why it's right or wrong. And then you can go to the next question. Okay? And so you'll just keep doing that until you finish the quiz. Now it looks like it's a really long quiz. There are only 8 questions. You'll be doing that, and then at the end I just want you to click submit, and then you'll be done. So this assignment is pretty short, but I do want you to start thinking about Hernando Cortez because really want to draw a picture of who he was. Now on Friday, I'm not going to be giving an assignment, but I will be posting just a short video kind of describing who Hernando Cortez was and why we should see him in this way. I've talked to some people from your class, and they've mentioned that a lot of you feel that the work has just been a little bit too much right now, and so what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to be assigning homework assignments on Fridays anymore, so you're only going to have homework assignments Mondays and Wednesdays. Fridays are going to be makeup work days. Now, what that means is this gives you more time, so I do expect you all to be turning in the assignments, okay? But that being said, for now we're going to try just Monday and Wednesday, and Fridays will be makeup work days. But I will be posting short videos on Fridays that just kind of summarize some of the things that you should have learned. So hopefully that kind of gives you an opportunity to at least hear something that you should have learned, even if you're not doing an assignment. But hopefully that helps you out a little bit and doesn't gives you a bit more free time and less stress, because I don't want you all to be stressing during this time. If there are any questions, please email me and we will get those answered. Send me a message on Instagram if you need, on my teacher account, miss.barba. And if you have any other questions, you know how to reach me. So take care and have an awesome day.